Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of requests for tutorials lately and I am really happy about that. So this is a request from two people actually, Princess of Summer13 and Ashenix wanted me to make this toast with butter. So I'm going to do that for you guys. The things that I have here, I have my clay, I have some brown. I mixed this brown myself. It was chocolate brown with a bit of translucent and white. Then I have some tan clay, and I have some yellow. And let's see, what else do I have? I have my chalk pastels, and I have a paintbrush and a what do they call that? Well, it's for making texture. Mine's a bristle tool, but yeah, let me get closer up on it. You can just use a toothbrush though. It's the same thing. And you're also going to need a blade, but I don't have that out right now. But anyway, okay, let's get started. Okay. And you're also going to need a roller of some sort, or a pasta machine, something like that. Okay. This is a bit more complicated than you think, so, because you know toast sounds really easy, but it does require a bit of waiting. Well, first you're going to take your tan clay and you're going to kind of roll it out into a log shape. And this is like depending, whatever size you're going to make it is depending on how big you want your loaf of bread to be. Because you just can't make one slice of bread, you have to make a whole loaf. Mine's going to be about that size. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flatten it down a little bit. Flatten it down. You're going to want to flatten out your sides so that they're kind of squared off. You don't have to do the ends though, just the sides. Okay. Next step is you're going to take your brown and you're going to take your roller. And this is really soft because I added translucent and stuff to it, so it's really easy to work with. So if you add translucent, it gets a lot softer and easier to work with. And I'm just going to roll this out pretty thin, like, not paper thin, but it's supposed to be enough to cover the whole loaf. So, I want mine to be pretty skinny. Okay? So you got your little sheet, and I think actually mine's a little bit thinner on one side, so I'm going to roll out some more just to make it even. Okay, so there you got your brown sheet. Now get your little log that you just made, and you're going to set it right in the middle, and you're just going to start covering it with the brown. And there's going to be a bit of excess, like here, so you can just trim that off with your blade once you finish getting everything covered up. See, I got quite a bit of excess in the bottom like that. I'm just going to take my blade and trim it off. It's kind of the same idea as when you do cake. If you've seen my two cake tutorials, I have a heart-shaped cake one and I have a like a regular cake one. It's kind of the same idea as that. Covering stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you know, the log is pretty much wrapped at this point. I'm still cutting off excess since there's a bit of it. And I'm just smoothing everything out. You can roll it now. You can always reshape it back into a little. But I'm rolling mine out. I'm going to squish it down because I want it to be kind of thick. And this is just to make all the sides smooth. All the brown smooth and everything. Now right now, what I'm working with right now is very soft. So this is the waiting part that I was talking about. You're going to have to put your this log, once you shape it into a bread loaf, into the refrigerator. Okay, some people, let's see. Now, this is what some people do. Some people take 2 chopsticks and put it on either side and squish it like that. Here, I'm gonna make my sides squared off again like I did before. But I don't know if I really like that effect too much. So what I do, I'm just gonna take my paintbrush, make sure y'all guys can see this, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle like that. I'm just gonna press down to make an indentation in the top like that. And then I'm going to reshape my sides. So okay, so then you have something like that shape at the end. So now, like I said, what you're going to do is put this in the refrigerator. You could also put it in the freezer, either one. Doesn't really make a difference. Except that when you take it out of the freezer, it'll be colder, but that's just to make the bread firm up, because if you try to cut it while it's still soft, then it'll distort and it'll ruin your toast. So I'm gonna go stick this into the fridge, and after 10 minutes I will come back and do the rest of the tutorial. See you there.